gonna say go to email.
So you don't have to email my first.
Yeah, I think the green light's on.
This is a video. Oh, yeah. What's your
No, it's not live. Did you turn that button?
It was on.
It'll come on.
It ain't 5:30 yet, so it might.
This will turn on when we go live.
Okay.
When this-
It goes on, it's scheduled to go on, so it might go on. It was 30 seconds before. Oh, wait a minute. I got it.
And, well, they said that they sent an email that the rest of the reports would have.
Look at that.
I didn't even, normally normally I put them on my computer, but I
Right.
didn't even bother today.
Mike's got it.
Good evening, everybody. It is now 5:31. We'll call the Public Safety Committee meeting to order for Tuesday, February the 4th at 5:30 p.m. We'll start off with public comments. Do we have any public comments tonight? No public comments. Okay, everybody should have a copy of the minutes from our last meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make that motion, Chairman.
Second.
I'm sorry, who was the second?
That would be I.
You look different with your haircut, by the way.
Thank you.
Cool.
I was trying to get that a single look. It just wasn't working for me.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the minutes. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. Okay, tonight, we do have a presentation. We have a gentleman, Troy Louie from Kankakee United Violence Prevention. He's going to give us a little update on the activities that's been going on. Troy, if you'd like to use that mic.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would I be able to connect?
Oh.
The screen. I know. I thought you had to have the laptop to.
It's going. USB. Fancy for.
How you been, Troy?
Yeah, I never
good.
wanted to run any
Good
of
to see
the
ya.
audio.
Hopefully winter's over soon, starts warming up.
Well, I'm gonna do it yourself.
Me too.
I know how to work these.
Better off fast.
Not me, man. It's you're right. But
Well, that, yeah, man, yeah.
I just don't. Hey, that's why I'm here.
No idea.
We'll get going in just a minute here.
Maybe he doesn't.
I'm not sure who is in charge of popcorn, but we don't have any, so.
That'd be Reggie.
Good old vice
Make that
chair.
happen, so.
I would not say no to any of that. I'm just saying.
Good evening. My name is Troy Louie. I'm the current outreach coordinator for Kankakee United under the leadership of Johnny Graham Wicks, my director. And came to present PowerPoint on our year recap, what we've done, who we supported in the midst of our work around gun violence. goal is to hold accountability, sustainability, and collaboration, the importance of mission and vision, aligning between organizations when it comes to the significance of violence.
Lights, maybe.
I don't know how to work the mics. The laptop out.
Different department.
When it comes to significance of violence prevention as a public health crisis, it's imperative. As you can see.
That's pretty good, Mayor.
logos on the screen.
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty good.
Are all partners that we built relationships with over our times in Kankakee United. This is the previous year's data. We collected this with the records from the police department. As you can see, the numbers are going down. There's been 26 victims for 2024, so when we show the work that we did the previous year, the number, and a lot of people will see the numbers is higher than that because we supported victims who may have not been shot, but as well as victims who were threatened or been shot at, maybe not had gunshot wounds, but were shot at. Next slide, please. Our 2024 community impact with the staff of just 2, serving a population of 25,000. We provided critical support services to 28 gun violence victims in Kankakee, as well as family members. That's been a traumatic experience for everyone around that individual person. So we provide services in connection to those family members as well. Led group dialogues in Kankakee School District, reaching over 75 students across Kankakee School District and connecting some with community resources. We assisted securing employment for 6 felons in the community, and all are currently maintaining successful career paths. So that's something I'm not.
Yeah, right there, I like that part there.
Yeah,
That's significant, and I mean, and y'all following up with it?
Following up, still working, getting great feedback from their supervisor and HR departments.
Beautiful.
And one who I made a testament. I got assisted him in getting his job back in April. He's still working there. He's moving up. So that's what.
So is there a program that you have for these convicted felons? Is there a program that the victim assistance have?
No. However, if let's say, for example, KCC has a workshop for victim assistance, I'll attend and I'll connect with certain people with backgrounds, and I'll help them with something as simple as helping with their resume. It goes a long way. So me and Johnny is very adamant about supporting those and not just following up with work, just checking their posts and making sure they're not straddling the fence with doing right or wrong. Just
So you
healthy, authentic relationships with those.
so if I knew somebody, should I send them to your office?
Absolutely. I'll give you my card before.
And he said victim assistant, I think you didn't mean.
Violence prevention.
He didn't mean the victim, he was talking about guys that had been convicted felons, right? We're not talking about the victims, we're talking about the guys that went to jail. And
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's what I want.
I heard, no, yes,
you're correct.
Came out one,
Well, I was speaking of the
I know-
program
I know-
itself, not the individual.
I understand what you were saying.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right, that's all, I just wanted to make sure, but I really, that's a real good thing, because someone had asked me about that, and some guys lose, some people lose hope.
Don, isn't it?
It's on. Tap it if you would, please. It just ain't up.
Tap it again.
It's on.
I don't hear it.
You tap
Time you did it was.
That was me.
Oh, well,
Oh,
sorry.
well, don't do that at the same time we're testing, right?
Go ahead and tap it. It ain't on.
Just hold it.
It's on up here.
Can you sit at a chair there? That might work. That way the microphones are working.
That ain't
Is
on.
it on either?
Mary, you want to turn that one on, where Barbara usually sits?
Troy, to confirm what Alderman Cobb said, if we know someone in our wards who needs that sort of assistance, we can send them to you and Johnny, is that right?
Absolutely, yes.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Next slide, please. The cost of gun violence. Homicide costs, the average cost of gun violence for our city is about $700,000 per homicide shooting, which includes but not limited to crime scene, hospital, criminal justice, incarceration, victim support, lost revenue. The national average is 1.9 million. Injury shooting cost, the average cost of gun violence for our city is about $500,000 per injury, which includes but not limited to crime scene, hospital, criminal justice, incarceration, victim support, and lost revenue. National. Community events and collaboration that we partner with throughout 2024. The list range from our community luncheons to teen town halls, Stop the Bleed trading, who we're trying to work on after the recent incident from New Year's. I think that's important that our community holds another one of those. And it's not just for people in our workspace. We open it up to the community. As many of you are aware, one of our officers played a major factor in saving someone's life last year. So I think that's extremely important that people are aware on using tourniquets, things of that sort.
Troy, I have a question, please.
Absolutely.
Chief Kidwell, you probably answered this. Gun buyback program, I know we did that years ago. Have we done that in the last couple of years?
Yeah,
It was very successful.
Actually, Johnny Ricks did it since she's been here, when Chief Passwater was here in 2021, 22. They did a couple gun buybacks. But I think they were going to refine it before they did it again, because we had a lot of people from outside our area coming in to sell their guns.
Okay, thank you.
These are just a few of our events we've been a part of the previous year. You see our numbers on impact and engagement has went up. 2022 to 2023, there were 541 non-duplicate connections. 2023 to 2024, there were 759 non-duplicate connections. Next slide, please. This is our current team, led by Johnny Graham Wicks, who is the Director of Office of Violence Prevention, myself, who is the Office of Violence Prevention Outreach Coordinator, and Rhonda Curry, who fills in as our community partner, and she goes above and beyond for our team of Kankakee United. This year we're expanding our team, as you will see in our next slide. What's next? As stated, serving a community of 25,000 with a staff of 2, we're looking to add a victim advocate whose responsibilities will include provide emotional, psychological, and practical support to victims while working closely with community partners to advocate for the rights and needs of those affected by gun violence. They may also provide comprehensive administrative support to the director and team members. In the future as well, Kankakee United will add a youth leader to its team, whose role will consist of, this role will serve as a bridge between leadership and young people, ensuring all youth in our community have the opportunity to grow up in a safe, healthy, and hopeful environment. Yes.
Yes, Troy, what is that going to look like? And I mean, it sounds great that with the team leader coming in, how's it going to look? Is it going to be in conjunction with the school? Is it going to be, with that, are they going to work with y'all? Because I know it's going to be important, because I do, at first, when there are 25,000 people, y'all doing yeoman's work. I mean, you can only do so much for two people, but I was just wondering with that youth leader, the role that they will play, is it going to be more of just a administrative role, or are they going to be boots on the ground? What are we doing?
We're currently working through that with our leadership from Cities United, our national program, but we kind of have a mindset of what we're looking for. Someone who could just be authentic, extremely relatable, knows the community, knows a lot of teens in the area that not too far removed from that age group of teenagers. They could be still 18, 19 or whatnot.
Okay.
But, so that's our role and objective with the youth leader.
Okay.
This is part of a requirement with Cities United. We're in the Roadmap Academy, and part of their requirement is having a youth leader. So we actually have Thursday, is it Troy, I think? Thursday, we have an interview with three youths. I sound like the movie now. Three different youth in the area, and we will be identifying, and they'll be with the team. This will be a one-year position that they'll be with through the Roadmap Academy and connecting with the youth and the teenagers and the young adults within the community, so.
Is this a full-time job or a?
It's part-time. There'll be a small stipend involved with it, so we're using the ARPA funds. There'll be a stipend of $500 a month that'll go along with it, and then one of the things that we're looking at is hopefully, it's not a firm requirement, but if they're going to go to the conference with us in the Cities United, they have to be at least 18. We can't have somebody under 18 traveling with us for that, so that'll be part of what we'll look at also. But their job is basically to provide the young perspective
Right.
to the adults that are running the program.
Right.
That's great.
That's good. That's good. That's real good.
Thank you. Next slide, please. Thank you. Any questions?
Troy, could you email this PowerPoint presentation to us?
Yes, I can.
Very good. Thank you.
Good job.
Okay, thank you, Troy. We'll go ahead and keep moving forward. We'll go over the police department statistics for the month, information for the month. This is an abbreviated report. Personnel in the office that takes care of this had some family health issues, so they weren't able to get this all done, but Kidwell has provided some of it. So, Chief, why don't you give us your report?
Sure. Yeah, so I'll email you the stats. Once Jeremy gets back, he's been off for a couple of days on a personal matter. So I'll start with personnel. We currently have 65 officers. We're budgeted for 67. We have 38 in the patrol division, 8 in investigations, 2 in KMEG. We have 1 school resource officer, 4 in the administration, 4 in the POP unit. We currently have 3 in the police academy, 2 in our field training program, 1 in our nuisance abatement team, 1 on light duty, 1 on workman's comp. And right now, my training sergeant, that spot's vacant, but Commander Klopp's doing double duty, so we're fine. We currently have 10 candidates remain on our list for hire. I hope to be hiring 2 more in May, so we'll be doing those backgrounds here shortly in preparation. The officers that are at the academy are The officers that are at the academy are Joseph Gubbins, Tyler Rude, and Kahari Gardner. And from all indications, they're doing real well. For the month of January, the city recovered 16 firearms. KMEG recovered 14 firearms. Total of 30 firearms for the month of January. We currently have 175 Verkada cameras deployed throughout the city. We have 8 flock cameras deployed, and we're currently up to date on all of our training. Any questions, Chairman?
Do you have any questions? Moving forward.
Okay, I'll move on to our overtime. As you can see, last year's overtime is much higher. I mean, January of this year, well, 2024, 25, well, December 29th, 2024 through January 11, 2025, in comparison to last year, the overtime is much higher. Reason for that being is we had a homicide on January 1st. Not only did we have all of our detectives in, many of our officers stayed over, plus we were paying triple time because it was a holiday. So we racked up a lot of overtime. We also had a traffic detail that we will be reimbursed for. And we also had state mandates for taser and CPR training. So our overtime was much higher than it normally is.
Anybody have any questions about overtime? Okay, let's take a look at the bills.
The bills, as you can see, the CanCom bills on there, that's always a large bill. The training bill that you'll see, University of Illinois, that's $14,868. That will be reimbursed by the state, so we're fortunate there. The state's been reimbursing us for all our academy personnel. But other than that, there was nothing significant on this month's bills.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about the bills totaling $112,501.73? If you have no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved, Chairman.
Motion by Alderman Cobb's, a second by Alderman Navarez. Okay, we'll do a roll call. Alderman Jones?
Aye.
Alderman O'Brien?
Aye.
Alderwoman Swanson?
Aye.
Alderman Navarez? Alderman Cobb's?
Aye.
And I am an aye also. Okay, does anybody have any questions for Chief Kidwell? Like I say, this is an abbreviated report for the month because of some health issues, so. Anybody have any questions before we let him go? Okay.
I just want to say one
Yes,
thing,
sir.
Chip.
Alderman Jones.
I want to thank you again, Chief, for the detail and for the yeoman work that y'all did through the tragedy that we dealt with, not only that night, but the following up for both weekends of the tragic events. And I just want to tell you, we appreciate the work that y'all did. It was really, it was noticed, and it was really, we would thank, everyone was really thankful for it. Because to see Kankakee out of our jurisdiction working as hard, as aggressive, and I was very impressed with it and proud, to be a part of being a Kankakee alderman and the CR department out working that hard. But I just want to say thank you and your leadership on that.
Well, thank you, and that also played a role in our overtime too, because we have 5 members on the emergency response team, and the ERT responded to the wake and the funeral that day, so we had a lot of protection out in Hopkins Park and at Sun River Terrace, and then we had protection the prior week at the Knights of Columbus for the repast, so, of one of the grandmothers, so it's been a busy month for us, it was, so thank you.
Chief, I do have a question regarding that situation. There was a photograph floating around about with a young man with a couple, looked like AR-15s and 45 pistols. Were you able to identify that guy?
We knew who the individual was, but we never were able to ascertain if he was actually at that event with those firearms. So, but yeah, that was floating around, but we know who the individual is.
Okay.
On the Facebook that you're talking about.
Okay.
Pictures.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Chief LaRoche, you want to give us your report, please?
Yes, sir, Alderman, thank you. For the month of January, we had 49 sworn officers working. We were budgeted for 51. We're too short. We had 1 firefighter, 1 intern attending paramedic class, We had 6 firefighters that were off on different types of leave. They were off their normal duty assignment. So we had 43 active personnel actually working their duty assignment. We're going to move on to our bills, page 7 through 10. During the month of January, we had expenditures, a total of $76,077.84. Our largest expense was to CANCOM for $33,887.80, which is, we're not going to see our annual increase. I think it might have went up 3% for both us and the police department. The other large expenditures for the month were our EMS billing invoice that we pay on a monthly basis. It was $11,766.84. We had our annual physical bill come in, it's partial bill. It was for $9,757.50. We painted Station 3, the interior. It ended up being $5,490.87. And then our fuel cost from DPW is $4,195.26. It's a little bit higher than normal, but it isn't too out of the norm. So a total of $76,077.84.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about the bills? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve those bills.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Alderman Cobb's, a second.
I'll second that.
Alderwoman Swanson.
That was actually Reggie that made the first motion, Alderman Jones. That wasn't me.
What did I say? I'm sorry. I looked right at you, too.
I'll grow my hair back.
I like that. Okay. We have a motion and a second to pay the bills amounting to $76,077.84. We'll do a roll call. Alderman Jones.
Aye.
Alderman O'Brien.
Aye.
Alderwoman Swanson.
Aye.
Alderman Navarez.
Aye.
Alderman Cobb's.
Aye.
Curley. And Alderman Osinga. All right, the bills are approved. Moving forward, Chief.
Okay, if you want to turn to page 11 through 14, it's our overtime report. For the month of January, it was a little bit less than December. We had 520 hours of overtime assigned, costing $27,057.02. The overtime is due to our contractual staffing. Majority of that goes to when we're short-staffed for people being off. We had 11.25 hours of overtime assigned for personnel attending paramedic class, and then we had 33.5 hours of overtime assigned for special events, and I believe most of that special event overtime was due to teaching CPR classes to our city employees. 3 months left in the fiscal year, we have about 41% of the overtime budget remaining. We're doing pretty well, knock on wood. Hopefully we're going to keep that trend up for the next 3 months.
Okay, very good. Any questions? Hearing none, take a look at the vehicle repair.
Vehicle repair for the month was wasn't a whole lot going on. Majority was just general maintenance. Cost for the month was $2,824.27. Majority of that was just for our general oil changes and light maintenance.
Okay, call volume.
Page 17 is our call volume. We responded to 716 calls for the month of January, 455 which were medical calls. If you turn to page 19, it's our structure fires for the month. It was higher than normal. We had 5 structure fires, reported a loss of $77,000 for all 5. And then we responded to 12 calls outside of the city limits to assist other fire departments.
Okay. Any questions? Moving forward.
Okay. Move on to our fire loss, page 21. Again, was $77,000 for the month, and that's just structures, that's not contents. If you turn to page 22 through 23, that's our EMS calls for the month. 405 EMS calls, patient contact that needed medical care. 126 persons we were called for sick people. This is just what we were called for. 60 people with breathing problems, 13 traffic accidents, 25 falls, 26 behavioral health problems, 16 chest pain, 6 assaults or batteries, 1 gunshot, and then 1 suspected overdose. We did turn over ambulance calls to Elite and Riverside. We turned over 16 for the month. Any questions on our EMS runs?
Hearing none?
Move on to page 25, our billing report for our fire billing for the month of December. We're reporting for a month behind. We won't get our January numbers until later next week. For the month of December, we collected $1,374.47. Total collected for 2024, $22,841.83. That's just fire billing. Turning to page 26, that's our EMS billing. For the month of December, we collected $502,362.64. Total for 2024, and this is this is our gross, this is not net. It was $4,255,489.99.
Any questions?
Okay, we will move on to our fire prevention report, page 27 and 28. For the month of January, our prevention office attended 4 public education events. They conducted 120 fire life inspections and re-inspections. And here's a good number for you. We installed 62 smoke detectors and 26 CO detectors in the month of January.
Good.
We actually went today to purchase more CO detectors for our residents.
I mean, we got Chief.
How many we got left right now? We bought 100, so we're still, as we need them, we go and buy them.
Okay. What do they have to do, Chief? Just call or?
They just call and schedule an appointment for us to come in.
Yes, okay.
Question, Chief.
Yes, sir.
I see you doing a CPR class at Bishop McNamara High School. Do you do that at all the schools?
Yeah, when requested. We don't do it to elementary schools, we do it for high school students, and up to, I think we go up to maybe 6th to 7th grade to high school, as requested.
I think that's amazing. I think that's a very good thing to do. Really do.
As a matter of fact, we were at Bishop Mac today.
Okay.
Moving on to our community risk reduction office report, page 29 through 30. He talks about our overdoses for the month. We had 1 for January, 74 suspected overdoses for the 2024 year in Kankakee. The office is working with the county coroner's office on multiple different projects, opioid mapping, carbon monoxide program. We are, again, teaching CPR to all the city employees, and the Ring of Life program has kind of stalled for the month because it's so cold, but we'll continue working with the Park District on that in the next few months and towards spring. Our Enrique Zacco, he's our community risk reduction officer. He's doing a really good job with getting the city employees trained with CPR. I believe we'll be working with the city administration, and then the alderman might be next. We're working with trying to get that scheduled. Moving to our training report, page 32 through 34. For the month of January, we did some ice rescue training. They actually got out on the ice, and which is not always normal for the winter months because we don't always have good ice. But we were out there for 3 days in a row. Worked on some training for fire behavior, our SCBA Mod A's, EMS training, and then we did some FA review, which we'll do some more of that this spring. And that's our report.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for Chief LaRoche regarding his report? Hearing none, we have no need for an executive session. Alderman comments. Do we have any alderman comments tonight? I do have one myself. We all got given a copy of the police and the fire department annual report. They're actually, if you can stay awake to read them, they're really good reports. They really have a lot of information, and I think maybe next month if everybody's had time to digest them, maybe we'll go over them a little bit and talk about them, but they're very good reports. Good job, gentlemen. Okay, anything for the good of the group? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Alderman Bryan, second.
Second.
Jones. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned, 6:04 PM.
That was quick.